Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't tell.
This ceremony is a new chapter in Stephen and Rochelle's lives. In this ceremony today, we get to witness them joining in marriage. For them, out of the routine of an ordinary life, the extraordinary happened. They met each other, fell in love, and you're finalizing it today on your wedding day. But before we go any further, we'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the spiritual presence of Stephen's grandparents, Pelchi and Adolf Pahala, and Lucille and Harold Dalen, and his aunt Linda Hesterly, and Rochelle's grandparents Wayne and Irene Thompson, and Rochelle's nanny CJ. Stephen, are you ready to enter into this marriage with Rochelle, believing the love you share and your faith in each other will endure all things? Rochelle, are you ready to enter into this marriage with Stephen, believing the love you share and your faith in each other will endure all things? Now I have to tell you, love isn't perfect. It isn't a fairy tale. It isn't a storybook. It doesn't read like a novel you can't put down. And it doesn't always come easy, but yet it is a story. Love is overcoming obstacles, facing challenges, fighting to be together, holding on and never letting go. It's a short word, easy to spell, L-O-V-E, very difficult to define, and impossible to live without. I'm that boring. Love is work, but most of all, love is realizing that every hour, every minute, every second of it is worth it because you're doing it together. Now all of us here have our own love stories. Some are short, others are long, some are yet unwritten, while others are just getting to the good part. There are chapters in all of our stories that are sad and disappointing, and others that are exciting and full of adventure. I could not have picked out a better reading for these two. Actually, it's a story about dogs and love, about how falling in love is like owning a dog. And you may all sit down. It's a long story. First of all, it's a big responsibility, especially in a city like Roberts. So think long and hard before deciding on love. On the other hand, love gives you a sense of security. When you're walking down the street late at night and you have love on a leash, ain't no one gonna mess with you, because crooks and muggers think love is unpredictable. Who knows what love could do in its own defense? On cold winter nights, love is warm. It lies between you and lives and breathes and makes funny noises. Love wakes you up at all hours of the night with its needs. It needs to be fed so it will grow and stay healthy. Love doesn't like being left alone for long. But come home and love is always happy to see you. It may break a few things accidentally in its passion for life, but you can never be mad at love for long. Is love good all the time? No, no. Love can be bad. Bad love, bad. Very bad love. And love makes messes. Love leaves you little surprises here and there. Love needs lots of cleaning up after. Sometimes you just want to get love fixed. And sometimes you want to roll up a piece of newspaper and swat love on the nose. Not so much to cause pain, just to let love know, don't you ever do that again. Sometimes love wants to go out for a nice long walk, because love likes exercise. It will run you around the block and leave you panting and breathless, pull you in every direction at once, or wind itself around and around until you are wound up and you cannot move. But love makes you meet people, wherever you go. People have nothing in common but love. Stop and talk to each other on the street. Throw things away and love will come back, bringing them back again and again and again. But most of all, love needs love, lots of it. And in return, love loves you and never stops. Very appropriate for you too. Now you've gathered your family and friends to celebrate this special day with you. And there's no doubt you're going to be receiving a lot of advice today. But I hold the microphone now, and I want to give you my advice, organized and concise, in alphabet form. So get ready. A is for antiquing, auctions, animals. As much as you love these, love each other more. B is for beginning of a new chapter in your lives. Write the best story you can. C, and we'll put D with that, cats and dogs. What better word for these two? And my advice? Women and cats will do as they please, and men and dogs should just relax and get used to the idea. E, enjoy the little things in life because one day you'll look back and realize these are the big things. F, forgive and forget. Sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness for bringing home another pet than to ask permission. G is give. Give your spouse the same courtesy and kindness you bestow on your pets. So when you say goodbye to your pets and you're like, bye Portia, bye Elsa, you'll be good, stay off the couch, and I'll be home tonight, we'll go for a long walk and I'll bring you treats. And then you turn to your spouse and go, don't forget to take out the trash, bye. Switch that around. H is happily. Happily ever after. It's about the journey, not the destination. I am really not doing the whole alphabet. You can all pick a letter and give your advice to the newlyweds later on tonight, but I do recommend you stay away from X and Z because they're just tough letters. Now we all need a witness to our lives because there are a billion people on the planet, and really what does any one life really mean? But in marriage, you two are promising to care about everything. The good things, the bad things, the terrible things, the mundane things. All of it, all the time, every day. You're saying your life will not go unnoticed because I will notice it. Your life will not go unwitnessed because I am going to be your witness. So do you, Stephen, promise to love Rochelle and respect her, to share your life and your dreams, to build with her a home that is a place of love, happiness, commitment, and growth? Do you promise to be a companion to her in all of her successes and failures, her happiness and sadness, to always give to her your unwavering support, and above all else, the freedom to be Rochelle? And do you, Rochelle, promise to love Stephen and respect him, to share your life and your dreams, to build with him a home that is a place of love, happiness, commitment, and growth? Do you promise to be a companion to him in all of his successes and failures, his happiness and sadness, to always give him your unwavering support, and above all else, the freedom to be Stephen? Now you have chosen to both wear rings as a reminder of the promises you've just made. People often say that wedding bands are a perfect circle, with no beginning and no end. But your rings did have a beginning. The stones were formed a long time ago deep within the earth. Eventually, a series of lucky events caused them to rise to the surface, where someone dug them up. Metal was then liquefied in the furnace at 1,000 degrees, molded and cooled, and painstakingly polished. Something beautiful was made out of raw elements. Love is like that. It comes from humble beginnings, and through a combination of serendipity and effort, imperfect beings shaped it into something extraordinary. In the process of making something beautiful where there was nothing at all. As you look at these rings over the years, I hope that you remember you created something invaluable, and just as I know you will protect these rings, I am confident you'll protect the commitments that you have made here today. Stephen and Rochelle have included the sand ceremony in today's wedding. Before you, over there, stands colored sand. Khaki representing you, Stephen, and white representing you, Rochelle. Now pour your sand together. This blending symbolizes a single path you will continue to travel together from this day forward. Now this frame may get moved around and the sand shift and change, but they can never be separated again. So too, your ongoing journey as husband and wife, always united. When we started this wedding ceremony, you stood before your guests as best friends and partners. Through the exchange of your wedding vows and rings, you have declared your love for one another. Now, you may have kissed 1 or 2 times before, but today your kiss is a demonstration of your unending love and commitment to each other. Your kiss is also a promise to stand together during the happy times and during times of adversity. In celebration of your love and commitment to one another, you can now kiss your bride. I'd like you to turn and face your family and friends who have gathered here today to witness your wedding. Take a good look, because today is going to just fly by, and I want you to be able to look back and remember this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Stephen and Rochelle Dalen.